Wasted World of Sports. Ahoy, happy Sunday. And what a blockbuster contest this is going to be, right? Parramatta Eels, Canberra Raiders, two of my most hated teams, of course. I thought, why not have a laugh and live stream and commentate on this contest? So welcome along. I've had a couple of same-game multis just to make it slightly more interesting for myself. And I'm covering both ends of the spectrum. I've got a three-leg multi that is going to cover it if it's going to be a tight, forward-oriented contest. But no matter what you think of the two teams involved, they're two teams in pretty decent form at the moment. So this could open up and become a very expansive game, in which case I've got two players from either side in the back line to cover a same-game multi. Four legs going that excuse me, going that way as well. So I've covered myself both ways. We'll see which way it ends up playing out. Expansive, backline play. We've got it covered. We've got Bailey Simonson, Clint Gutherson, Jordan Rapana, and Jack Whiten, anytime try scorers. If it happens to be a tightly contested battle up front, then I've included a couple of what's the word that they say in proper broadcasting? Perennial try scorer. We've got a couple of perennial try scorers in the forwards for both teams. And the returning Waqa Blake. I always like a player coming back into the squad for any time try because they're going to be raring to go, you would expect. He's going to want to get his hands on the ball a lot and get himself over the try line. But Hudson Young and Isaiah Papali'i, multiple time try scorers throughout the season. Hopefully it continues. Wouldn't it be great if they both got up? Wouldn't it be great if it was such an expansive, open game that forwards and backs all scored? There's like 7 tries, and it's all my guys. How good would that be? But anyways, Robert M. Ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. I am... see, I couldn't pick between the two of them. So for the first time ever, the thumbnail for the live stream is me in a referee's shirt. I am so on the fence. I hate both of these teams so much, almost as equally. I couldn't decide, but now I see Jack Whiten there. I'm definitely going for the Eels. Look at him, the big goof. Oh, and it's at Canberra as well, isn't it? There's going to be the Viking. Oh, screw it. Okay, I'm 110% all in on the Eels today. I forgot all of... Oh, God, how could I forget about Jack Whiten? How could I forget about the Viking clap? I'm all in on the Eels today. Bugger it. This might be the one time in the season where I hate the Eels a little bit less than normal. Not that it really matters what happens because I'm having a disaster of a 2022 tipping and same-game multi betting. I'm doing so bad in my multis this season that I even stopped doing videos about them. I keep talking about it on the streams, but you know, last season when I was not streaming the games, I was having a fantastic run. I would win at least one multi every weekend. Vopsy says, the day we see Dan with an Eels or Raiders jersey, just know it would probably be the last time we saw him. Well, that's what I was just saying, Vopsy. If you didn't hear me, and you're only just popping in, I was just saying before the teams came out onto the ground, literally, I couldn't decide. I was so confused for the first time ever when making the thumbnail. I didn't know what to do, so I just put myself as the referee. Why not? I'll be the referee tonight, that's fine. I'll probably do a better job. Ryan Baxter, ahoy there, mate. You go for the Eels. 26-12. Nice. Very nice, yep. Yeah, so last season I got at least one of my multis right every single weekend. I made not enough money to retire, of course, But I made a pretty decent amount by the end of last season on the sports betting. I went, oh, you know what? Maybe there's something in this. I can start doing videos and share my tips, and I'll commentate on the games. And whilst commentating on the games, that's going well. I'm enjoying that. The tipping and the sports betting, holy crap, am I having a bad year. Pressure's on, you see. Pressure's on. All my videos are out in the public. I think, we've won 3 or 4. So I've gone from winning at least one multi, often multiple multis over the course of a weekend. Multis. But I've gone from at least one every weekend to, I reckon 4 is probably all that I've got up for the year so far. Oh, here we go. The most stupid thing that you will ever see in the history of sports anywhere in the world. The Canberra Raiders Viking clap, specifically. It looks ridiculous because, A, they stole it. And I'm sure it looks stupid from the people that they stole it from, but not as stupid because it wasn't stolen. Whoever did it first can get away with it. And we are underway. Wow, that sort of just, boom, out of nowhere. We're ready to start in this contest. And I'm having a really hard time telling these teams apart. Okay, now that the camera's up closer, we can very clearly see the difference between the Eels and the Raiders. But I've got to say, they are two very similar looking uniforms. As soon as that camera comes back a little bit and you get a slightly wider shot, they're very similar looking. But it's Parramatta who have kicked the ball off first, and Canberra will get first use of the ball. I feel like my dad is unfortunately going to lose top spot in the tipping this weekend because Alicia Newton is sitting on a perfect round at the moment. Oh, and here is some space early for the Raiders. Geez, Xavier Savage nearly got away. And I tell you what, if he got through there, it probably would have been lights out. Try time under the posts. Offload by Papali'i. And the Canberra offloads, which is really where they've been destroying teams in recent weeks. They've really, really upped the ante with their offloading game. And it's just destroying teams at the moment. And they've started early here this week against the Eels. Early offloads. And suddenly they're tackle 3. They're 30 metres out. They're on the attack. Oh, no. Racing up out of the line, Simonson. And very luckily, the Raiders lose that ball. It's lost backwards, though, so it remains 5th and last. And they will get an attacking kick away. It's a pretty decent one, to be fair. It's a little too deep. And this will be a 7-tackle set. Ryan Baxter says, I like the name Parramatta Eels, the most Aussiest NRL team name in Australia, as my opinion. I'll tell you what would be. You know what? We need to bring back the North Sydney Bears, right? This is what needs to happen. We need to bring back the North Sydney Bears, except don't call them the Bears anymore. Call them the North Sydney Drop Bears. Huh? Then you've got an Aussie-sounding NRL team. I've convinced... I'll tell you something. I swear to God, this is a true story. I have convinced... Because I do gaming live streams as well. Obviously here, NRL streams are very big Australian audience. When I do my gaming live streams, very big American audience. Right? I have convinced at least 90% of them that drop bears exist. Drop bears are actually real. They exist. It's a thing that happens if you come to Australia. You've got to constantly be looking up in the trees for fear of attack. It's the most fantastic thing. I mean, I'm not doing any help at all for the Australian tourism industry because I'm putting a lot of people off coming here. But they're all so convinced that that these drop bears actually exist. It's the most fantastic thing ever. Anyways, I've been missing a game that's going on here at the moment. So this has been touched by the Eels, knocked backwards, I would say. If I were the referee, I would say knocked backwards here by the Eels. It's gone way backwards. Gutherson's collected it. Because it was about 17,000 miles forward. That's why. Okay, so they were challenging, hoping that that was touched by one of the Raiders players. Yeah. Gutherson has just NFL quarterbacked that ball forward. And I'll tell you what, the Eels have lost their challenge. Oh, no, it was the Raiders who challenged. There you go. I was too busy talking about drop bears. So it was the Raiders who challenged that call. It obviously came back and called it a knock-on. That makes sense. So challenge successful by the Raiders. Well, geez, had I known that the Raiders... An offload again by Papali'i. These offloads, I tell you what, got to give them credit. As much as I may hate them, you've got to give them credit because they've really, really just dominated these offloads that they've brought into the game in recent weeks. Has just changed the way they're playing. And they're just constantly on the front foot. Constantly. And they're on the front foot again here. Now the Eels starting to get an offload game going away. And look at the difference that makes. Another... Oh, great take in here. And the Eels are away. Open space. One man to beat. He passes it out to Waqa Blake. Blake tries the goose step. Comes back inside. Flick pass inside. It's going to be 6 more tackles. It's going to be a knock-on Raiders. Oh, wow. And that was a open space there from Tom Opacek. Bailey Simonson it was who set it up with the offload. Opacek just pulls it in from behind him. And Waqa Blake, the goose step back inside. He's wrangled up. It's touched by the Raiders. It's knock on. It's going to be Eels on the attack. And as I was just saying, what a difference offloading makes to the contest. Good offloads anyway. Not like the Sharks. Not like the Sharks who offload the ball to a player in 20 metres or worse position. These two teams are offloading in good positions and making it count. RCG with the hit up now on the 0 tackle for a 6 again inside 10. That's tackle 1 now. 2 metres out from the line. Eels may just get first say here. Left-hand side, Campbell Gillard again. Short ball to Papali'i. Papali'i would be a nice try scorer, nice and early for us. Oh, it's been touched down by the Raiders, but it's still on. It's a horrible pass out in front of Blake, but they will get the ball back here, the Eels. No advantage on the knock-on from the Raiders. And Gutherson with another horrendous pass out wide. I thought for all money, that Campbell Gillard was over the line there. He even dived over the line himself. He thought he'd caught the ball. That's how out of nowhere that intercept attempt was by the Raiders, because Campbell Gillard's diving over the line to score the try. Left-hand play, but they're well and truly covered over there. But it's 6 again at the scrum for inside 10. Once again, second time in a row. And Campbell Gillard, again, tackle 1, 5 metres out. This feels like a complete replay of what just happened before. Brown out the back to Papali'i, and Mitchell Moses knocks the ball on, and that is where that play dies. Good job, Mitchell Moses. Keep yourself well and truly away from that New South Wales Blues squad that gets named tonight. Baden, ahoy there, mate. How are you doing? Baden, Baden is always one of the only viewers over there on Twitch, so a very special salute to Baden. 322-837-364. Ryan Baxter says, Parramatta Eels haven't won premiership since 1986. What year could they win a premiership? Do I think? I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I know that the experts, like all the Fox Sports pundits and the Channel 9 commentary team and everything, they're talking up the Eels this year. I don't understand it though myself. I think this could be a try for the Raiders. It's in the in goal. It has been grounded, but we have got a lot to look at in the lead up to this. We need to check. We need to check onside. We need to check knock-ons. We need to sit back and relax, grab a nice cold beverage, because this could take a while. It's gone up as no try. Okay, onside. Chasers are onside. That's the first step of this puzzle. Cleared. This is where the big problem could be for Canberra. In the contest, no touch on the ball by Jack Whiten. I think this is knocked back by Bailey Simonson. Jack Whiten is up above him at the moment, but not now. And this is knocked back by Simonson. And this is going to be a try for Canberra in typical Canberra style. By that, I mean more arse than class. Way more arse than class, as usual, by the Raiders. And this is going to be a try. If he grounds it, he does. No idea who grounded it, by the way. Oh, number 16. That is Sebastian Chris. Sebastian Chris, whom I was going to put in my same-game multi. Oh, God, this is why they're so difficult, isn't it? So many opportunities for try scorers. And in the most typical Canberra try that you will ever see Canberra score, they lead 4-0 with the kick to come. And I tell you what, in rugby league, when things are going your way, they just really go your way, don't they? And a lot has been going Canberra's way these past few weekends. Jack Whiten actually won the contest in the air with Bailey Simonson. He was up above him until the very moment the ball came down. I mean, how much luck can you possibly get? Incredible amounts of luck there. Typical Canberra style. And a very easy conversion here for Jamal Fogarty. And it's 6-0 Raiders. Unbelievable. Absolutely nothing kick as well. Like, if that's taken, like, it wasn't a good kick is what I'm saying. If Bailey Simonson takes that, then it's another 7-tackle set for the Eels. Anyway, 6-0 it is to the Raiders. Eels get us back underway. Papali'i with the hit up. Watch that offload. Watch that offload. That's the first time I think he's gone to ground. They wrapped the ball up nicely there, Parramatta. Rachel Butler, ahoy! Welcome back. Very nice of you to stick with us here at the Wasted World of Sports after all the fiasco last time out. I wonder how Michelle's doing, by the way. I wonder if she's recovered. I'll put a poll up, actually. This should be a bit of fun. I'm going to create a poll. Is Michelle still hungover from the Broncos game? Yes, no. Ask your community. Let's see. On YouTube. Did that work? Yes, it did. On YouTube, I've just now created a poll in the chat room. Is Michelle still hungover from the Broncos game? Actually, I should have just had, the only option should have been yes. It should have been yes, and yes, absolutely. There shouldn't even be an option for no. Anyway, back to this game. Parramatta now with the ball on tackle 2, inside Raiders territory. Can they hit back nice and quickly? Can they make a contest of this? Because it's all going the Raiders' way at the moment. I'm so used to seeing everything go the Eels' way this year. This is the first time, really, they're up against another team that gets a lot of favour. It's going to be a very interesting game indeed as this progresses. Marnie looking for a 6 again. Papali'i was just in no man's land there. Surely that is a 6 again. 5th and last, Moses. A little bit of a nothing kick, but they've stood back and watched it here. The Raiders, and they're going to give away 6 again. It's going to be a try here. A try to Will Penisy. And again, I have been saying this relentlessly for the past month. The past month, I've been saying this non-stop. Why do teams not challenge the high ball? Why do they sit back and watch it? Why do they sit back and let it bounce? Because this can happen so easily. And out of it was the worst kick that Mitchell Moses has probably put in all season, to be perfectly honest. It wasn't anywhere near the try line like he would have been wanting that to be. But Canberra have stood back and watched it and said, we want no part of that. It's tapped back, the offload to Will Penisy, and it's a try. James Intox, ahoy there, mates. Welcome to the game where I could not decide who to go for. Look, somebody voted no. Is Michelle still hungover from the Broncos game? I bet that was Michelle herself. Michelle's creeping around the chat room, voting on the polls. Like, no, I'm not hungover, you son of a bitch. I got my hair caught in a questionable place that can't be repeated. But I am not hungover. Easy conversion there for Mitch Moses. It's 6 points all. Game on here. Game on here. Heel fries. Ahoy there, mate. Just in time for the Eels try. The Eels hit back try. And it's 6 all in this one. James, sorry I'm late. I'm babysitting my friend's Falcor. Oh, nice. My little Falcor's a little unwell at the moment. She's got an upset tummy. But yeah, she's currently being looked after, so that's all good. I've got nothing to worry about. Papali'i takes it up, offloads to Dylan Brown. And this is good progress for the Eels up towards the halfway line. Waqa Blake gets lifted, but he's put down safely. 5th and last on the halfway line, Mitch Moses. Another high ball. He says, hey, if you're going to stand and watch it, last time, I'm going to put it up in the air again. Robert M says, who's kicking for the Raiders? It was, presumably, goal kicking is what you're talking about. It was, God damn it, Jamal Fogarty. Jamal Fogarty, yes. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Just casually burping into the microphone. Fifth and last, Raiders inside their own half. That was a good defensive set. And they've just stood there and watched it. I don't understand this. I don't understand. Now, this has worked out all right for the Eels, but honestly, they literally just scored a try a couple of minutes ago from the opposition standing back and watching the high ball and not competing it. And about 4 Eels, 2 of them only realistically had a chance of taking on the full, to be fair. And they were both running backwards at the time. But still, you make an effort. The worst thing that's going to happen, running backwards and trying to claim the ball over your shoulder, is you knock it back. You knock it back, and your fullback is running forward to then clean it up, and you keep possession of the ball. But do not let the football bounce. This is doing my head in. I'm not even a coach, and this is doing my head in. Seeing how many teams are just standing back and watching the high ball bounce and not compete this season. Absolutely doing my head in. Anyway, Papali'i away from 1, away from 2. Offloads to Moses. They've got space here. Cut out ball from Moses. Flicked back inside. Papali'i's there again. And he takes another hit up. His second hit up in the same tackle. And it's tackle 2. 10 metres out now. No. Oh, Dylan Brown breaks away and scores. Dylan Brown, what in the hell? It's raining tries here, which is fantastic for both of my multis. 10 points to 6. Parramatta, kick to come. Get that up, ya Raiders. Let's get a Viking clap in the crowd now. Yes. Yeah. All right. I'm going to calm down and try and be impartial. Look at the Raiders mascot down. Okay, I'm going to try and be impartial. Everybody fell for the dummy there. Dylan Brown dummied. Everyone fell for it, even his own teammates. Try time. So, heel fries, I was actually just saying, when the players were running out onto the ground, I said, this is probably the first and only time all season that I am a full-fledged Eels fan when they're going up against the Raiders. Oh, wow. Vopsy, you just need Papali'i now, and that's your multi done. Nice and early. Okay, so you had... Who did you have? Did you have Sebastian Chris, Will Penisy, or Dylan Brown as the other one? Or did you have multiple? Hang on, whoa, wait. We're having a look at something. Under review. We're looking for an obstruction. Let's have a look here. I guess we're looking number 10. Junior Paulo, I think, is what we might be looking for. Junior Paulo. Tell me that's not going to get called an obstruction. If that's called an obstruction, that's the most Raiders call ever. Yes, the try stands. It's not your night tonight, is it, Raiders? Huh? No favours from the referees tonight. Try confirmed. Mitchell Moses with the easy conversion here to make it 12-6. He can't possibly miss. He's missed it. No, he hasn't. He kicked it. It's a successful conversion. It's 12 points to 6. Parramatta leading Canberra here. Almost a quarter of the way gone in this contest. Rachel Butler, you're going for the Eels? Yes. Bollocks to the Raiders. It's just all the Raiders supporters are just gone. All the Raiders supporters gone. No, it's obviously it's all just fun and games. It's all friendly banter. I'm very good mates with a couple of Raiders supporters. Oh, now this is interesting. Papali'i is off for the Raiders. Papali'i is going up the tunnel. We are 20 minutes almost into this contest, so it could very well just be his stint is done and he's having a little rest, but he's gone all the way up the tunnel. That's got to be concerning for Raiders supporters. Oh, I didn't say I hung around them, Vopsy. I just said I'm friends with them. Also, only joking. Fifth and last Eels, 40 metres out from the Raiders line. High ball from Moses. And there we go. That's what I like to see. Xavier Savage, a fullback, racing up about 30 metres to get that on the full. And it was, again, a very shallow bomb by Mitch Moses. He's not getting much. I don't know if there's a breeze. I haven't heard the... And it's a penalty Raiders, because why not? Why not? They haven't had one for a while. So why not? Yeah, they haven't had one for a while because that's the first penalty of the entire game. And of course, the first penalty of the game has gone the Raiders' way because why not? Oh, no, it wasn't the first penalty. It's one each. Okay, never mind. I was only joking anyway, but never mind. Horsburgh's on the field. He'd be on for Papali'i, I dare say. Ricky Stewart's threatening chairs in the coach's box. Let's give the Raiders a penalty. That's what it would be. Fourth tackle, Raiders now offloading again. That's dangerous. They really need to tidy that up. They've created an overlap here on the wing. Can't get through. He's a centimetre short of the line. Jordan Rapana, that would have been good for them. Whoa, somebody's just dived over from dummy half. Caught everybody napping, me included. Elliot Whitehead has dived over from dummy half. And I tell you what, we've now had 2 tries apiece. 2 tries apiece in this contest. I've got 7 potential try scorers out of the 26 guys on the field right now. Are you seriously telling me that out of 4 try scorers, not a single one has landed yet? Come on. What is this nonsense? I'll tell you what this nonsense is. This nonsense is both teams have a really hate relationship with me. We know this. I still haven't forgotten Parramatta cost me $230 earlier in the season on a all-weekend multi. And Canberra, well, you know, the less I say about Canberra, the better. So both teams, I've got a hate-hate relationship. I guarantee you not a single one of those try scorers that I've picked are going to score a try because they've been in contact with Sportsbet. They've been in contact with Neds. They've gone, oi, who's Dan Intox from Wasted World of Sports got his money on this week? Okay, we're going to specifically train so that none of those guys score tries because screw that guy. Guarantee that's what's happened. Anyway, so that was the most casual try that you will ever see. Elliot Whitehead out of dummy half took us all by surprise. I looked away because I was waiting for the play the ball and the fling pass out into midfield and play to carry on. I thought I had time to look away, see the chat room, look back at the game and see what was going on. Jamal Fogarty with the conversion from out wide. It is successful. This is the best goal-kicking display that the Raiders have had for a couple of weeks at least. Wasn't Jamal Fogarty from the Gold Coast? Wasn't he playing for the Titans? Or am I mistaken? 12 points all. I actually predicted, if you scroll, I'm not suggesting anybody do this. You can just take my word for it. But I actually predicted, I'm going to scroll up because I need to remember what I said. But before this game started, if you've got like a stream, a chat archive, I don't know how it works. But if you are able to scroll up and see earlier in the chat, I believe I tipped a draw. I'm pretty sure I went with a draw of about 32 all. Yes, 32 all, I said. 32 all draw. Golden point, no winner. 32 all draw. Well, I'm looking pretty good at the moment. I'm looking pretty good. It's 12 all. Can't separate these two teams at the moment. Big set after points there for the Raiders. They're up over halfway. Fifth and last. High ball by Fogarty. Straight down the throat of Gutherson, but he sends it to Waqa Blake for the hit up, which is probably a good idea out of the two of them. If I'm the defensive line, I'm feeling a lot better about Gutherson running at me than Waqa Blake if I had to choose between the two of them. So let's not forget the New South Wales Blues squad is being announced tonight. And the Queensland Maroon squad getting announced at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We already know who most of my players are that I've picked. I didn't quite get to the bench. I never seemed to make it to the bench. But we do know who I've picked. The team pretty much picks itself, really. Common sense should prevail. And the realistic selections should be made. Jack Whiten's probably in the best position. So the Blues team gets announced tonight at some stage. Yeah. I don't know when specifically. Queensland, I think, are the only ones who have actually nominated a time. Queensland have gone tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Queensland time, I'm assuming. Oh, it's gone behind Gutherson, but he takes it nicely. Now runs it back straight after this game. Probably hosted by Matty Johns. Toxic Mafia, ahoy there, mate. Parramatta have somehow got to find a way to rise above the hometown calls in favour of the Raiders here tonight. And they've also got to tighten up their defence because the Raiders are getting far too many offloads in. Oh, and Reed Marnie out of dummy half. Oh, what's just gone on there? Reed Marnie, the pass from dummy half to absolutely nobody. And that's a disaster for Parramatta. That was a huge mistake with 14 minutes to go till the break. Raiders now 20 metres out on tackle 3. Whiten goes to ground. Tarpany with the hit up. 5th and last now. 10 metres. He's still going, actually. Now it's 5th and last. 8 metres out from the line. Short side play. And that's the worst kick by Elliott Whitehead. That's why Elliott Whitehead should not be kicking on the 5th and last. I don't know what happened there. Miscommunication by the Raiders, and the Eels get away with that one. Reed Marnie survives. Good offload. Dylan Brown up the middle. Still going, Dylan Brown. Shrugs away from 2. He's up over the 40-metre line. He's 30 metres out. 30 metres out from the try line. What a run by Dylan Brown. He is on fire tonight. Gutherson to Moses. Inside ball, Simonson. Whoa. No, that's not Simonson. Sorry, that's Penisy. That's Simonson. Simonson with hit up now. Tackle 2. 5 metres out from the line. Big open side to the left-hand edge, so Reed Marnie will probably go right. No, he doesn't. He goes left. Good man. Got to make up for that error last time. RCG with the hit up. Tackle 3, 1 metre out from the line. This time, Marnie goes right. There's nobody really there. Papali'i takes the ball to ground in front of the post, just settles it. Now Dylan Brown's over on the right-hand side, and Mitch Moses, and Gutherson, and the cutout ball to Simonson. And Bailey Simonson with the try. And we get a tick on one of our multis. Let's put a tick right over Bailey Simonson's face. And that was a slick backline play there from Parramatta. And all on the back of that break from Dylan Brown. He made the break from the offload from the Eels 30-metre line to the Raiders 30-metre line. And they were on the front foot from that point on in that set of 6. Right-hand side. Brown to Moses, to Gutherson, just drawing pass through the hands, and Simonson goes over untouched. They had the numbers. Moses, Gutherson, Simonson, try. Parramatta in the lead, 16-12. And I picked so many try scorers in this game across the two multis. It's about time that one of them landed. You know, it's like playing roulette, really. If you've ever gone to the casino and played some roulette and you just spread your chips all over the board and you think surely somewhere one of these is going to land, and then the bloody ball just keeps landing in between all your numbers. That's what it feels like for me tonight, as the 5th try is scored, and only just now have I landed on a hit. As Mitch Moses moves in for this conversion, a somewhat difficult attempt, and well, I mean, even if it was difficult or not, he's made a complete hash of it. There could have been 2 goalposts side by side, and he still would have missed. Well, actually, no, it would have gone right down the middle of the second post. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick break while they get ready to restart this game. 16 points to 12, Parramatta. 10 minutes to go till halftime. Back underway here. Parramatta now. First set of 6 after points. Always important. I keep saying it every game because it is very true. And this is a pretty good start to the set. Halfway through. Tackle 3. They're up to their own 30-metre line. Oh, that's a big collision there with Papali'i and his opposite number. And his opposite number is Adam Elliott. Inside the 40 from Reed Marnie on tackle 4, looking for a 40-20. Gets a great bounce. It's touched by Xavier Savage. No, I'm sorry, James. I don't have time to get into Ross Noble at the moment. It was fantastic. I have so many more stories to tell about it, but the stories may have to wait 9 minutes, 20 seconds. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just waiting for the right moment. I haven't forgotten. Raiders now with the ball up over halfway. 5th and last. Whiten plugs it in. Space is found there. Gutherson comes forward and collects it nicely. Tackle 2 now, Eels. They've got to do the hard yards out of their own end. 8.5 minutes to go till half time. Oh, that's going to be a penalty here to the Raiders, you would suspect. Let's play on at the moment. Dylan Brown goes through again. No, it's called up now. Oh. Dylan Brown was away again. And now, of course, the call goes the Raiders' way, because why wouldn't it? Holding back, he tried to tackle him. He tapped the ball. He'd gone for the ball. What are you supposed to do in that scenario? He's tried to tackle him. See, he thinks he might have the ball, so he's tackled him. He played at the ball. The opposition tackled him. That is a bollocks call. Clint Gutherson's got a great point here. If the ball bounces and they touch it, we're allowed to tackle them. Ah. Penalty Raiders. Penalty Raiders. What a bollocks call that was. Yes, he was tackled without the ball. That much is true. But he touched the ball. He played at it. As a defender who has no idea where the ball is he not entitled to think, oh, crap, he's got the ball, I better tackle him? You see that happen all the time. All the time you see that happen. And that is a nonsense call. Well, we've got to keep the Golden Boys in the game, though, I suppose. Got to keep the Raiders in the contest. They're very much in danger of missing out on the 8 this season, and we can't have that 2 years in a row. They missed out last year, didn't they? Pretty sure. But yes, we can't have that 2 seasons in a row. Back inside here. Anyways, it's the 5th and last. It's hot potato stuff here from the Raiders. And it's a forward pass. They've scored a try. Sucked in. The crowd has gone ballistic because the Raiders have scored a try. Meanwhile, everybody who heard the whistle is standing back 10 meters in back play for the forward pass that was called. That's hilarious. A crowd try, that one. Well, I don't know if he even scored it. He knocked it on. He thinks he scored it. Xavier Savage was celebrating. Thought he'd scored another one. Anyways, it's all gone a bit messy the past 5 minutes, this contest. But things have just clearly started to go the way of the Raiders. I dare say. They're getting the calls. Everything's sort of going their way just at this moment. So can Parramatta combat that? 5th and last, high ball. Savage moves forward again. I like to see that. Credit again for that one. Crowd appealing for a penalty. James says, what's left on my same game multi? Gutho and Moses. Parramatta 13+. I could go for Gutherson. Yep, a Gutherson try would be nice for me as well. I can go along with that one for sure. Whiten with the high ball. Challenging. Oh, Gutherson's dropped it straight into the hands. I can't believe what I've just seen. And Sebastian Kris has just got the easiest double that he will ever get in his life. He scores his first try. He scores his first try from a knockback that falls right into his arms. And he scores his second try from Gutherson, knocking the ball on. Look at the bounce. Ah, that is the most Raiders-like bollocks that you will ever see in your entire life. Oh, I can't stand this team. I really can't. I tell you what, not even Melbourne Storm in the Cameron Smith era had so much crap just fall their way like this team. Bloody Raiders, I tell you what. Never seen a team in any sport, anywhere in the world, out of the sports that I watch, have as much luck as this goddamn Canberra Raiders team. It's unbearable. Jesus Christ. Well, at least Clinton Gutherson has just played himself out of a potential Blues jersey tonight. Not that I thought that he was any chance of getting one. I mean, surely he was no chance of getting one anyway, but tonight he has played himself out of that squad completely, and that is at least some shining light in this scenario. What was he doing there? Sebastian Kris, the easiest double that he will ever score in his life. He's basically scored 2 tries completely untouched. Sebastian Kris. 2 tries, totally untouched. Gemstone Gaming. Oh, I don't know what I've just witnessed. I really don't. I cannot believe what I've just seen happen. Everyone makes mistakes, yes. But you've got to remember, like, yes, everyone makes mistakes, but A, he was under absolutely no pressure at all. There was no kick chase. These guys are professionals. Yes, everyone makes mistakes, but these guys get paid millions of dollars. They train every single day. This is their job. Yes, everyone makes mistakes, but those mistakes should not be happening from $1 million players when this is literally what they do for a living. So yes, mistakes are made. Those mistakes should not happen, though. But anyways, look, it has happened. It's 18 points to 6 Canberra now. 18 points to 16, sorry, Canberra. 2.5 minutes to go until halftime. And once again, I just can't believe 6 tries in the first half. 6 tries in the first half. Only one of them has landed on the 7 guys that I've selected. Seriously, 6 tries, 6 potential hits. I've had 1. This is insane. And Simonson showing Gutho how it's done. Under way more pressure, it must be said. He was under way more pressure than Gutherson. Just like, look at this, Clint. This is how you take a high ball, mate. Under pressure as well. Took it down, shimmied around, made a little break at the end of it as well. That was great work. Parramatta have the ball here now. 4th tackle, inside Raiders territory. Blindside play, Moses. Niakora with the hit up. Tries to get the quick play of the ball away and does. Moses, 5th and last. Another really shallow kick. They've let it bounce again, the Raiders. And Xavier Savage knocks on, and Mitch Moses knocks on as well. First knock on by the Raiders. This is massive. Massive moment here. You just get the feeling. A big moment here in this contest. Xavier Savage drops the ball cold, carrying it in one hand. That's terrible. You've got to keep that ball secured, mate. I know you're a young player. You like to be a little bit of a showboater, but you've got to keep that ball wrapped up when you're running into contact. Don't be holding it in the palm of your hand like a basketball. Brown dummies goes himself. Tackle one. Oh, he's a little bit ginger here. Dylan Brown's hurt. Oh, this could be huge. This could be a massive, massive... he can't even put weight on his leg. Dylan Brown's in big trouble in back play. But anyway, play goes on. Papali'i says, give it to me, I'll do it on my own. No, he won't. He's held up by 4 Raiders defenders, a metre out from the line on tackle 3. Dylan Brown's out of play here. So it's Gutherson. Gutherson back inside. Madison offloads to Marnie. Marnie now sends it wide to the left. Inside ball to Opacek. Tackle 4. This will be the last play of the half. 2 seconds to go. Marnie to Gutherson. Gutherson kicks it through. It bounces back. Here's a chance now for the Eels. Out wide. It's a terrible pass. Papali'i with an awful pass to an unmarked Simonson. Simonson would have scored untouched. Oh, he would have scored untouched there, but the pass has gone so far behind Simonson. Oh, I'll tell you what. This game has had it all so far. You know what? I'm going to blame myself. Parramatta Eels supporters, I apologise. I'm going to go ahead and apologise to all the Eels supporters because this is my fault. You know, obviously, I've been against the Eels all year until tonight. And look what's happening. Oh, come on. We can't have the Canberra Raiders back in the top 8. Come on. Seriously? Are we really going to sit back and let the goddamn Raiders get into the top 8? No, I say. No, I say. Lower pit. Okay. How's this poll doing? So, is Michelle still hungover from the Broncos game? 13 votes, 77% yes, 23% no. Ha, that's fantastic. James says, OMG, welcome to the life of it. Mate, I'm a Sharks supporter, okay? I know all about whatever it is that we were discussing. Sorry, I get distracted very easily. Yeah, look, I'm a Sharks supporter. I know all about the hot and cold. The hot and cold performance from a team all in one. I mean, look at the Sharks last night. Now, I didn't see the game. I was able to follow along. Okay, so basically, this segues nicely into Ross Noble. So James was asking me about Ross. How was Ross Noble last night? Fantastic. Yeah, really enjoyable. And this segues nicely into it because the Sharks kicked off at 7:30. Ross Noble started at 7:45. Roosters scored their first try like 3.5 minutes into the game. So I've gone into Ross Noble with the Roosters leading 6-0. Ross Noble performed for about an hour. So we've come out of Ross Noble. Roosters are ahead 24-0. And I've just gone, of course. Of course. And then suddenly, as soon as that's over and I'm paying attention, I'm following the game on my phone, just with the live updates. And then it's 24-6, 24-12, 24-16. A big conversion here from Nico Hines, and that's been the Sharks' problem for many seasons now, has been goal kicking. 24-16 missed conversion. Okay, that was pretty much game over at that point, to be perfectly honest. Very, very important, crucial goal kick, missed. And that's been the story of the Sharks for the past few seasons, goal kicking. So many close games that they could have won, it comes down to goal kicking. And Nicho Hynes, whilst he has brought many good things to the squad, goal kicking is not one of them. Nicho Hynes is still an average goal kicker. We still have no goal kicker. Big problem for the Sharks still. So, yeah, at 24-16, it was pretty much game over at that point when he missed that conversion. And then I believe the Roosters scored a try, 28-16. And yeah, it's just sort of all over from there. As soon as that misconversion happened, that was it. Roosters ran away with it. But just leaving themselves too much to do. So I completely understand. Welcome to the life of an Eels supporter. Trust me, it's the same for the Sharks as well. I mean, bloody hell, when was the last time that the Sharks beat another top 8 side? They just keep losing. They just keep losing games that they should win. And now, look, I tipped the Sharks, but I was on the Roosters. I thought the Roosters would win. Even at home, it was always a game that the Sharks were going to struggle to win. But, yeah, geez. Going down 24-0 for... I mean, they went down 20... Anyways, this is not about the Sharks. All I'm saying is I understand. I completely understand. There are a lot of similarities between the Eels and the Sharks. You get hot and cold all in one night. It's not like the Warriors, where you never know which Warriors team's going. Is it the crap Warriors that can come out tonight, or is it the good Warriors? Is it the potential grand finalist Warriors, or is it the wooden spoon Warriors? And there's no middle ground, and they don't change between games. Like during a contest, they're either crap for the whole 80 or they're decent for the whole 80. No, see, we don't get that. Eels and Sharks supporters, we don't get that. We get, our teams are fantastic for like 20 minutes and then they suck for the next 60. Or they're great for this first 5 minutes and now they're terrible for 10 and now they're good again for another 15 and now they suck for the next 20 and then, they're good. They're coming home strong. No, they suck for the last 10 minutes and lose the game. Yes, I completely understand. All right, that was the most... We took the complete scenic route to get to my point there. My point being, I do completely understand already being a Sharks supporter. Anyways, yeah, Ross Noble was great. A good time. And I'm going to see him again on the 28th of June, I think it is. Next month, anyways. I'm off to see him again next month as well. 25th of June it will be. 25th, not the 28th. Anyways, I'll have a quick break for half time. Multis are not looking good in this one. I'll say that much. But look, both of these bets tonight were bonus bets. They were both cash back. They were both cash back from Friday night. 2 cashbacks from Friday night. So it's all good. It's essentially money I lost anyway. I got a second chance at it, and the second chance is now looking pretty miserable as well. Lara Pitt. Okay. I'll have a quick break. We'll be back for the second half. 18 points to 16. The Raiders currently on top in this one. Sons of bitches. Let's bring on the second half fade, and let's see the Eels just run away with this one and smash them. That'd be good. Okay. 18 points to 16. Oh, God. I can't believe it. All right, so let's check out tipping. NRL tipping contest. Wasted World of Sports. Now, I think it was Robert. Robert gave me a little bit of a heads up as to the number of people that have gone for Raiders, number of people that have gone from Eels. I need to see this for myself. I'm in 5th spot at the moment. Okay, I've improved slightly. What happened? How did I improve? Oh, because Benny Davis went the Bulldogs, so I leapt back above him. And a lot of Eels there. Okay, so it'd be a fantastic result for my dad if the Raiders get up and win this one, to be honest. I'm not going to really lose any ground. Alicia Newton's going to get a perfect round, I think. Alicia Newton will get a perfect round if the Eels get up. And that would put her up into top spot. And for the first time in 12 weeks, my dad would be dislodged from the top of the table. He did do some interesting picks this week, though. My dad, he went for the Sharks over the Roosters. I don't quite understand that one. I know why I went for the Sharks. They're my team. So even though I knew they were going to lose, I still tipped them. But yeah, he went for the Bulldogs over the Dragons as well, and he's gone for the Raiders over the Eels as well. So some interesting tips there from my dad, who has been out there in the lead. He's been out there in the lead pretty much all season so far, but now in round 12, he is at huge risk of being dislodged here by Alicia Newton in number two. Because I'm pretty sure no, she's not sitting on a perfect round. Where did she's not even close to sitting on a perfect round. Nobody is. Okay. Well, which one did she lose? Oh, she went Warriors. Okay. Yeah, right. It's CK's Merchants. CK's Merchants. No, CK's not even sitting on a I'm just going to shut the hell up now completely and not speak anymore. No, wait. CK is sitting on a perfect round. Okay, right. So he'll take the lead. He'll actually go to the top of the table. Should Parramatta get up. So yeah, okay. I was right. After all that confusion, I was correct. It is definitely in my dad's best interest that the Raiders get up here today. That being said, I still can't bring myself to cheer for the Raiders. I really can't. Yeah, I really thought the Knights were traveling so badly. I really thought this was the weekend for the Warriors. And I have had a rule for about 3 seasons now. And I keep breaking my own rule. My own rule is never, under any circumstance, tip the Warriors. Just don't do it. Because they're so unpredictable. So never, ever try and predict them. So what have I done this week? I've gone the Warriors. Because I thought for sure they would win. And of course, what's happened is they go and lose. Read the full ladder. For the tipping contest, you mean heel fries? So, my dad's at number 1 on 64 points, separated by margin only, holding off Alicia Newton in spot number 2. So they're both on 64 points. It's just the margin that's the difference. But Dad's gone Raiders, Alicia's gone Eels. So she will take top spot. She will take top spot should the Eels get up here in the second half and win this game. Dad retains top spot if the Raiders win. And also holding off an attack from CK's Merchants in number 3. sitting on a perfect round at the moment, CK. If the Eels get up, it's a perfect round, which means he gets the 2 bonus points, which means CK's Merchants will go to the top of the table. Dad will fall down to number 2. Actually, Dad will fall down to number 3, and Alicia Newton will go up into spot number 2. As the teams are running back onto the field now, Sean's Magic Johnson in spot 4, also gone on the Eels tonight. You've got me and number 5, the Chaz Wazzers. The Chaz Wazzers in spot number 5. Benny Davis down there at number 6. Michelle's at number 7. Cliffy Lions Fan Club at number 8. Gregory Nuggets, number 9. Lee McKay, the Intoxy driver, at spot number 10. Ryan Bryan at 11. Rob's best team, the one that I think he's locked out of, has fallen down to number 12. Ryan Dolby at number 13. Reese, good old Reese at number 14. My grandma, Pat, at number 15. And Rob's other team, the new one, I think, Rob Aussie at number 16. And this, our second half is underway. I'm not going to get through all 21 names on the ladder, I'm afraid. Second half is underway. And it's the Eels with first use of the footy. Tackle 4, up to the 40-metre line. A good set. An average set. Good set of defence there for the Raiders. Fifth and last, still keeping the Eels inside their own territory. Moses with the kick, just his side of halfway. Ooh, Xavier Savage looking very uncertain under that high ball, but he reels it in. And it's Raiders' ball. Holding on to this slender 2-point lead, of course. So, I haven't received any updates about Dylan Brown. He's still on the field from as far as I'm aware. Yes, and he's just been burst straight through that channel where Dylan Brown is standing. So he's definitely still on the field. He's clearly not 100% because they just went straight through him. And fifth and last now, Raiders 10 metres out. Reed, Marnie. And a penalty to the Raiders. Because why not? Why wouldn't there be a penalty to the Raiders? Reed, Marnie in the slips with a great take. Flying off the edge of the bat there, that one. And he reels it in. But anyways, despite all that fantastic work... Despite all that great work there by Reed Marnie, we've ended up with a penalty to Canberra because why the hell not? I don't even know anymore why Canberra get penalties. They just seem to get them at will, so why not? Why the hell not? Dylan Brown's definitely not 100%. Let's put it that way. Dylan Brown is definitely not at 100%. There were 2 players involved. It's Dylan Brown and it was Tom Opacek. Straight through that channel, untouched. I don't think Brown's 100%, and Opacek was certainly not pushing across to try and help out and cover that gap. And the Raiders just went straight through. And I think, in all honesty, taking the 2 here, Raiders deciding to take the 2, and Parramatta, whoa, jeez, if that's gone through, it's only just gone through. Jamal Fogarty did his best to miss that from a very easy position. And I tell you what, all things considering, I dare say, the Eels will be happy with that. Taking the 2 rather than keeping the pressure on. But anyways, kickoff again. Back underway here. Better kickoff there from Parramatta. It's into the in-goal. Horsburgh brings it up. Canberra. Tackle 1, 10 metres out. Papalihi's back on the field. There was obviously nothing wrong with him before. I was just a bit confused as to why he was going all the way up the sheds rather than taking his spot on the bench. And yeah, Dylan Brown is up again, hobbling. He is not 100% for sure. Yeah, and look at that. He is just pushed away from Dylan Brown so easily, and he kind of skipped back into position. He is definitely not at 100%, and that's massive for the Eels. Fifth and last here, Raiders. Whiten with the kick on halfway, puts it high, gets shoved over, so that'll probably be a penalty. No. Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. No penalty for touching Jack Whiten. I'm amazed. All right, once again, I will try my best to be impartial, but it's probably not going to happen. Just so you're aware, probably not going to happen. Dylan Brown, I think, was there in dummy half, or was that Simonson? Very concerning scenes, though, for Parramatta fans. Dylan Brown, clearly not 100% here. Finishing this contest regardless, it seems. But he cannot put full weight on that leg. Moses high ball. Xavier Savage takes this. Absolutely no pressure on him. And they can just set this one up in front of their post now. 30 metres out. 20 metres out. Tackle 1. Come on, Eels. Let's not. Please, let. Oh, and it's a penalty to Canberra. Of course it is. Of course it is. Take the 2, you knobs. Okay, Jack Whiten's going to plug this into... once again, I will try my best to be impartial, but it's probably not going to happen. So my apologies to Canberra Raiders supporters. So on the live ladder, Canberra will move up to 9th. Oh, that's about 20 metres forward to Horsburgh, but they get away with it because it's Canberra. As impartial. Oh, Waqa Blake has just saved a try there. But he has also knocked it on. And it's going to be another set of 6 for Canberra. Waqa Blake was in a situation here where there were 3-on-1. Well, 2-on-1. He made the decision to just knock the ball down. And he's probably saved a try, to be perfectly honest. But it's going to be 6 more tackles for the Raiders. Six more tackles here, Canberra. A scrum, 15 metres out, midfield. They go left. Whiten does absolutely sod all of anything and takes the tackle on tackle 1. Tries to milk a penalty, but you're not that good an actor, mate. You goof, and stay away from the goddamn Blues squad, you son of a bitch. Tackle, and once again, I'll try and be impartial for the rest of this, I promise. Horsburgh with the hit up. The crash ball on tackle 3. A metre out from the line, the Raiders. Left-hand side, they go. Whiten out the back. Oh, they've fallen over. And the pass was terrible. Luckily for the Eels, the pass was awful. And they survive. And now we've got a hobble from the Raiders player, number 2. Nick Kotrick. So Dylan Brown's hobbling around all over the place, and now Nick Kotrick's gone, that looks fun, I'm going to join in. And he's hobbling around everywhere too. Parramatta now need to try and get themselves back into this contest with a solid set of 6 here. I'm kind of torn at the moment, you know, because it's a very good result for my dad if the Raiders win. He stays on top of the tipping contest, and it even creates a little bit more space at the top again for himself. But at the same time, it's the goddamn Raiders, and how... I mean, you guys thought I hated Parramatta. But you've seen nothing until you've seen my hatred towards Canberra. Fifth and last. Sits up kindly for Xavier Savage. Dry humps the air as he tries to get up and play the ball. And it's tackle 2 now. Raiders bringing the ball out from their own end. 20 points to 16 ahead. Is this turnaround genuine? Is this turnaround of form by the Raiders genuine? Fourth tackle right on the halfway line. Midfield. Papali'i hits it up. Takes it to ground. Fifth and last. Oh, he gets the offload away. How much time is he allowed to offload, for Christ's sake? Surely that was held. Surely that was held. Anyways, fifth and last, 30 metres out. Whiten with an absolutely god-awful kick. Simonson takes it, runs across the face of his post, slips on his own feet, and he's taken down in front of the goalpost 10 metres out. How goddamn long are you allowed to hold on to the ball before you can offload? I mean, when is held? That was held, surely. Dustin Fisher, ahoy there, mates. Canberra just getting away with murder here tonight in front of the home crowd. Fifth and last, and they're even further back. Moses is manhandled in back play. Of course, that won't be a penalty, though, because it's the Raiders, so they're allowed to do things like that. And now Marnie gets tripped. Marnie gets tripped trying to go back into the defensive line. What the hell was that? This is absolutely unbelievable. Chris T, ahoy there. Did Jordan score? I'll tell you the try scorers. I'll tell you the try scorers, okay? So for Canberra, Sebastian Chris has scored 2. Elliot White has scored 1. And for Parramatta, Will Penisy, Dylan Brown, and Bailey Simonson are the try scorers. Gutherson back on his own goal line here. Steps and stays in the field of play. And that should be a penalty for dragging backwards, but it's not because it's Canberra. Can't penalise Canberra. No, no, no. We can't penalise Ricky's Raiders. Paulo now trying to get things going for the Eels, but nothing happening. Nothing happening. The NRL website says Junior Paulo's off. He's clearly not, because he just hit the ball up. Get your act together, NRL.com. Come on. This is why people are complaining about your website. NRL.com seriously says Junior Paulo's off. Here's a chance. Dylan Brown stretching the legs. Waqa Blake, inside ball. And Brown is taken down. Fifth and last. Now, this is better from the Eels. 20 metres out. Fifth and last. Brown moving freely. Now sends it to Moses. Moses dummies the kick. Inside ball. Paulo flicks it out to Moses again. They've got space here. Untouched. Bailey Simonson for another try. Bailey Simonson gets a double. Sebastian Chris has got a double for the Raiders. Bailey Simonson says, I want a goddamn double as well. 20 points all. Kick to come from the corner. And out of absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. This was all Raiders. And then Dylan Brown, who can now put weight on that ankle, thank Christ, has made the break. Paulo with a great offload there. Moses had them skittled outside. Bailey Simonson, half his body hanging outside the field of play, plants the ball down. The all-important part was infield, and he's trying to rev up the crowd. You've got to love that. Get it up him, Bailey. Try, Eels. Back in this contest. 4 tries to 3 in favour of the Eels. But the score is tied. And let's not forget, I would like to remind the chat room again of my pre-game prediction of 32 points all. It's looking pretty good, isn't it? Exactly, Damien. Damien Duerst. Raiders getting piggybacked by the ref as usual. Exactly, right? Oh, it's been really hard to watch. I've been trying my best to be impartial in calling this game, but everything going the Raiders' way, painful. Anyways, and this is why I will never get a job at Channel 9 or Fox Sports, because I'm way too honest and passionate. Moses from the sideline now, moving in. Not on his favourite side, you have to say, but it's straight up the middle. Oh, 22-20. Mitchell Moses, the clutch kick from the sideline to put the Eels back in front. They deserve the lead because they've scored 4 tries to 3. 4 tries to 3. They deserve the lead. Conversion successful. That was an important one. I still can't believe there's been 7 tries scored tonight. 7 tries scored. I've picked 7 try scorers across my 2 multis, and only one of them has landed. Seriously? Seven tries scored across the 2 teams. I have picked 7 different people to score tries across my multis, and only one out of the 7. Come on. Come on. This is offload to Marnie. Parramatta starting to get the offload game. Parramatta have absolutely sprung to life here in this game. Tackle 4, up over halfway. Oh, and Marnie. Reed Marnie is having an absolute nightmare of a game. It's got to be fair to say. Reed Marnie is playing himself out of a Maroons jumper. I mean, it was pretty much odds on that Harry Grant was going to get the call up if he's fit anyway, but Reed Marnie's making complete and total sure that he does not get the phone call from Billy Slater. He's had an absolute nightmare of a game, Reed Marnie. And Harry Grant, 110% now. If he's fit, shoo-in for the Maroons, number 9. But 22, they have no challenge anyway, Parramatta, so they can't challenge it. They wasted their challenge. They wasted their challenge to give Canberra a penalty. 22-20. Papali'i with the hit up. Papali'i for the Raiders, that is. Josh. Oh, behind Tarpany. He juggles it. He reels it in. 5th and last Raiders, 15 out from the line, midfield. Where do they go? They go short on the right-hand side. Fogarty kicks it through, but it's covered by Gutherson. And Gutherson is taken down 5 metres out from his own line. Eels ball. Waqa Blake with the hit up. Takes it outside the 10-metre line. Paulo on the verge of call-up for the Blues, surely. Just needs to get through the rest of this game without doing anything stupid and costing himself a spot. Dylan Brown on the short side, inside ball. Sean Lane takes it on the 5th and last. Only up to their own 40-metre line here, Parramatta. Good defence by Raiders again. Moses kicks from inside the 40. No chance of a 40-20. It's taken on the full. But it was a good kick. Kotrick brings it back and it's driven backwards. Canberra start this set in decent position, though. 25 out from their own line. Sebastian Chris there bringing the ball back. The recipient of 2 of the easiest tries that you will ever see anyone score in their entire career, let alone both on the same night. Unbelievable scenario for Sebastian Chris tonight. 2 literal gift tries. Oh, Paulo puts the shoulder in. Whiten with the hit up, 5th and last. Just over into the Eels territory. Fogarty with the high ball. Do they? Oh, it's a high kick. Gutherson is creamed as soon as he lands. And, he's letting him know about it as well. He's having a little whisper, sweet nothings into his ear on the ground there. And now more big defense. Tarpany with a huge hit. And the Eels doing it hard here at the moment. Bringing the ball out of their own territory. Simonson getting involved. Great hit up. Papali'i takes it up to the 30-metre line on tackle 4. But they're going to end this set inside their own half again unless something huge happens. Brown, the tap on. It's a horrible tap on. And Waqa Blake. Oh, no. Ridiculousness here from Parramatta. Unnecessary stuff. Opacek looking for the tap on. Why? I don't understand. And Waqa Blake over the sideline needed to try and offload that and get it back in play, but he's offloaded it over the sideline. Trying to pass it to the touchy. And that's a horror end to that set of 6 for the Eels. Canberra now start this set 40 metres out from the Eels line. And a real opportunity to retake the lead, or at the very least earn themselves a penalty to tie the game up. I'll tell you what, my prediction of 32 all is not looking ridiculous. Usually my predictions, especially when I mean them as jokes, are ridiculous. But we're actually looking good. We're actually looking good at the moment for 32 all. Oh, Penisy's looking very limp here. A collision of heads, and it's Will Penisy who's come off second best here. He's very limp in back play, can't stand up straight. Yeah, I dare say both players going off for a HIA here. We've got a little bit of a break in play, which means I can have a little bit of a break myself. I'll be right back. What the hell kind of water bottle is that? Okay, I was going to have a break, but I got distracted by the weird 3-pronged water bottle. That was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. Raiders ball. Fifth and last. 20 out. Midfield. Fogarty kicks for the corner. Waqa Blake contests, comes down with the ball, and it's called a knock on. But there's no challenge. The Eels have no challenge left. It's been called a knock on. The referee knows very well there's no challenge left, so he's given this to the Raiders. Well, he's knocked it on, to be fair. To be fair, that was probably the correct call. Wow, 10 errors by the Eels. Look, no matter what, 10 errors for the Eels, way too many. Scrum, 10 metres out, backline move, coming here. Xavier Savage will go on his own. He's tackled a metre short of the try line here on the left-hand edge. Big open side here to the right. Do they go there? Whiten goes on his own. Jack Whiten has origin selection looming over his head, I think. He's trying to do everything on his own, and as the result of that is he's doing absolutely nothing. Right-hand side play, still going, Opacek. I mean, not Opacek. Opacek made the tackle. Sorry. And he's held up over the line. Here we go. Play the ball. Tackle 3. 10 metres out. Just a little settler here from Sutton. Tackle 4. Still 10 metres out. A nothing tackle there from the Raiders. Oh, it's knock on. He's knocked it on. No, what? He hasn't knocked it on. It's play on. It's fifth and last now, Raiders. I don't understand how that wasn't a knock on. Fifth and last, Raiders now. Fogarty to Whiten. Flat ball across the face of the line. Still fifth and last. The kick forward. Junior Paulo takes it. Celeba Kobo. Gonna be 2022 Eels. Oh, okay. So you're predicting that the scoreline stays exactly as it is for the next 16 and a half minutes. I still reckon my pre-game prediction, which was completely a joke, I was just taking the piss when I said 32-all draw. It's actually... I might be closer than you think. I was only joking. I've ended up going for the Eels in this game, just naturally, as things have progressed and I've remembered and realised how much I hate the Raiders. And I hate the Raiders maybe slightly more than the Eels. But pre-game, before any of the hatred kicked in, I just joked and said 32-all. We're actually not going to end up too far off that, I reckon. Canberra have got the ball back here. Trailing by 2. Up over into Eels territory now again. The Raiders just feel like they're always down here, but they're not getting any points here. Fifth and last. 61-metre gain, 30 metres out. Whiten on the short side. Puts it high. The chasers are through. Gutherson makes a meal of it again. It falls down. It's 6 again, but he's kicked at Horsburgh. It's going to land. Oh, it bounces nicely for the Raiders. And Waqa Blake comes down with it. Corey Horsburgh did not hear the 6 again call. Jack Whiten has kicked the ball into the corner. The kick chase was immaculate, it must be said. Gutherson's in trouble now. He's limping back into position. Jack Whiten kicks the ball in. Pressure was put on Gutherson in the kick chase. He's knocked it on. It's fallen to Horsburgh. Horsburgh thinks it's still the fifth and last. He hasn't heard the call of 6 again. He puts another kick in. And it's still nearly worked out for the Raiders. The luck. Oh, straight through the gap. Here we go. Eels. Dylan Brown outside. He threw the pass way too early. But Dylan Brown still makes it dry. We will need to have a look at that because, honestly, If it looks too easy, it probably was too easy. We need to look at this. But Dylan Brown, at the moment, has scored a try. Threw the pass way too early. All you've got to do in that scenario is draw and pass. Sean Lane threw the ball way too early. No obstruction. Just straight through the gap. A horrible defensive read. Sean Lane passes the ball way too early, but Dylan Brown steps around and scores. Sean Lane straight through the gap. Look at him, big lurch, straight through the middle. And then he threw the pass way too early. Oh, I thought he had screwed that up. He passed that way too soon. And that is a try confirmed. Dylan Brown. And once again, that is like the 8th try. 5 tries to the Eels, 3 to the Raiders, and still only 1 successful try scorer across my 2 multis. Unbelievable how bad I'm going this year in the sports betting. Absolutely incredible how badly I'm going. A try out of nowhere. What a huge gap just opened up for Lane. He got those big legs pumping, and he went straight through. And I really thought he screwed it up. All you have to do is draw and pass the fullback. He threw the ball way too early to Dylan Brown, but Dylan Brown made Xavier Savage his bitch. Broke his ankles, scores. Moses moves in to convert. Just sneaks it inside the left-hand upright. 28 points to 20. Parramatta. 12.5 minutes to go. Damien Duerst. I very unfortunately go for the Cronulla Sharks. I've gone for them all my life, so I just have to live with it now, basically. Gutho is having a shocker today under those high balls. I've been saying it all season. Please don't let him anywhere near the Blues squad. Tonight is showing why. Short kickoff here for Canberra. It falls nicely for the Eels. And Junior Polo takes the hit up. I don't know why, with 12.5 minutes to go, there's still plenty of time, really. I mean, not plenty of time, but there's still enough time. I don't think they really need to be pulling short kickoffs out. Madison with the head up on tackle 3. Eels have got a little bit of breathing room here now. Nathan Brown hits it up, tackle 4. But the Raiders are still shaping up on defense, still really going nowhere with their sets of 6. Parramatta just up over halfway now on tackle 5. Moses, high ball. Xavier Savage didn't want anything to do with that. He left it for his winger. Somebody's YouTube. Before the game, I was just joking, and I said 32 all. I'm sticking with that at the moment. There is still time for Parramatta to score an unconverted try, and the way that this game's been going, there's still time. Parramatta to score an unconverted try, and then Canberra to just go bang bang, 2 converted tries to send it to Golden Point. And then there's no result at the end of Gold Point. 32-all draw. I said it as a complete and total piss take, but it's looming a lot closer than we realize to becoming reality. Waqa Blake with a solid hit up there. He's had a good game. I mean, apart from a couple of interesting decisions, he's had a decent game overall. In his return to the squad, Waqa Blake. 28-20, Parramatta leading 10 minutes to go in this game. We're starting to run out of time now for tries. My multis are shot to pieces. Forget about those. Dylan Brown takes it to the line, steps, almost sneaks his way through. He's had a really solid game. Oh, he's hurt again here, Dylan Brown. Dylan Brown's down again. He's down again, and something has really popped this time. Dylan Brown looks in even more trouble than last time, and something has really legitimately popped now. He looked hurt in the first half. He looks destroyed right now, Dylan Brown. Big trouble there for the Eels. Nine and a half minutes to go. Tackle 4 here at Canberra on halfway. Do they try and single out Dylan Brown in the defensive line? He's clearly not been 100% all game, but he's even worse at the moment. Fifth and last, short side. Whiten, high ball. Gutherson's been struggling here. He takes that one nicely, though. They just need to go through the motions now, Parramatta, and hold on. 9 minutes to go, just under, and an 8-point lead. Raiders have to go a point a minute, essentially, to snatch this contest. Oh, Brown's up and about again. Okay. We can relax. Eels supporters, we can relax. Dylan Brown's up and about again, and he's putting full weight on that ankle. It really did look bad, though. It really looked like something snapped. Fifth and last, Moses plugs it downfield. 10 metres out from their own line. Xavier Savage takes it, brings it back to the 20. Is taken by the Eels kick chasers. Papali'i coming back onto the field for Canberra. Rapana takes it up on tackle 3. But stuck in quicksand here, Canberra, in their own territory. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Starling with absolutely nothing doing. White and out the back to Savage. Savage is collared. He's trying to milk a penalty. So possession is literally at the moment 50-50. Now, that's from NRL.com, so it's probably wrong. But at the moment, on NRL.com, everything is essentially 50-50. Time in possession, 25 minutes, 58 seconds for Raiders, 25-57 for the Eels. Well, it's just changed. 25-57 each. 50-50. Time in possession, literally. 25-57 each. Eels, 7 line breaks to 1, though. That's been the key. So everything, all through the stats, there is just a very even line all the way down, all the stats. But then you go Eels, 7 line breaks to 1. And that's the difference. That's the difference. 7 line breaks to 1. Everything else has been so even in the stats. But those Eels line breaks is where they've scored the tries, and they've scored 2 more tries than Canberra. And so they very much deserve probably more than an 8-point lead, to be honest. A team that scores more tries than the opposition should be comfortably ahead. Oh, no! No! He's offloaded straight to Rapana. And Canberra get the ball now. This game is not done and dusted yet. Of course it's not. They want to keep us on the edge of our seats, or for those of us who are not sitting down, the edge of our floor mats. Our heel support mats. Rapana back again. Tapani. A metre out from the line. Tapani dragging 4 defenders with him. On tackle 3, right in front of the post here. Raiders are not done yet. Horsburgh runs the dummy line. They go out the back. Whiten, here's the space. Savage's pass falls in front of Kotrick. He breaks away from one. He's taken down a metre short of the line on tackle 4. A settler in front of the post. No, it's an offload from Fogarty. Starling jinks around, creates numbers, but goes to ground for the 5th and last. Xavier Savage is not in good condition there in back play. 5th and last. 5th and last still. There's Whiten. Whiten, the chip in over the top. Oh, it bounces kindly. But Parramatta get back there and ground the ball in goal. And we need to have time off. We need to have a look. Because Xavier Savage is pretty much spitting up blood in back play. Back play. God. He is not happy. Oh, because racing up out of the line, it's a fair hit. It's a fair hit. It's a non-event. He just got absolutely bulldozed. Xavier Savage racing up out of the line there. Was that Simonson? Simonson in defense, I think. Grounded by the Eels. There's nothing in this, but, you know, because it is the Raiders and they are losing at the moment, we could see a penalty here for Canberra. Xavier Savage is off. Simonson is looking for... Oh, no, it's line dropout. Okay, good. Common sense has prevailed here. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this game. 8 points difference. Six again for a ruck infringement. Horsburgh with the hit up. What a big moment it was when Horsburgh did not hear that 6 again call and he put the kick in and gave the ball straight back to Parramatta. What a huge moment in the game that was. Oh, Papali'i of all people now trying to milk the penalty and winning the penalty. I never thought I would see the day when Big Papa takes a dive and milks a penalty. Of all people, one of the biggest units in the NRL taking a dive. You know the game's... Look, you know the game's gone to shit when one of the biggest, strongest units in the game is now taking dives to win a penalty and doing Hollywoods. Of all people in the game, I never thought Big Papa would be one I would see taking a dive to milk a penalty. Unbelievable scenes here. The Raiders have made a mess of this backline play. Oh, Kotrick shrugs away from Moses. Offloads to Horsburgh. This play continues, and Horsburgh takes tackle 2 right in front of the post. 4 minutes to go. 8 points difference. Raiders with it all to do. Whiten, inside ball, slightly forward to Rapana, but they get away with it. And just a couple of meters out from the line now on tackle 3. Big open side to the right. Tarpany out the back. Fogarty. Elliot Whitehead now shrugs away from 1. Gets the offload, and that's knocked on by the Raiders. It's Eels ball, and that should be the game. That should be it for the Eels. Oh, my God. Horsburgh is just suicide bombed. He's just completely... Boom. Nuclear weapon style. Wow. I mean, he missed, but it looked impressive. He just went flying head for... That's a huge tattoo by RCG there on his belly. I wonder what that is. 5th and last Eels. They've gone nowhere, but they really weren't trying to. They're just preserving their lead at the moment. Eels are not trying for any more points. Raiders have got to make all the play here. They need to score a try. They need to refuse the attempted goal and just run back into position and kamikaze. There we go. Thank you. That was a way better way. That was a much better way of saying it than I did. Thank you, James Intox. Me, incredibly offensive. Your way of saying it, perfectly legitimate. And that's the difference between myself and everybody else. Now here's some numbers for the Raiders. Rapana goes on his own, though. Doesn't take advantage of it. Great tackle by Opacek. Try saver, really. Starling with the kick across. Whiten's up above everybody. And he's taken down. And that is definitely it now. Definitely it. I said it was it in the last set of 6. It's definitely it now. Whiten is tackled. Centimetres out from the line. It's Eels ball. A minute and a half to go. They can just go through the motions now. At the worst, it's 28-26. They've definitely got this game won. Incredible. Yep, State of Origin sides gets announced at the... Well, yeah, New South Wales State of Origin side gets announced at the end of this game. Should we stick around? Should I keep the stream running? Like, is it legitimately, like, immediately following this game? Or is there going to be some fluffing around? I'm just wondering if I stay on for a bit so that we can see the announcement. Forty seconds to go. Parramatta have secured this one. 28-20. Bad news for my dad. Because CK's Merchants... Oh, that's a knock-on by Rapana. I can't believe that in a game where 8 tries were scored and I had 7 potential try scorers picked, only one of them landed across my 2 same-game multis. What kind of bollocks is that? What kind of utter bollocks is that? A game with 8 tries, I've picked 7 potential try scorers, and only goddamn one of them scored a try. What kind of bollocks is that? Time is up on the clock. Papali'i. Isaiah Papali'i takes it up. Goes to ground. 28 points to 20 full time. Parramatta with the win. Let's suss out the NRL ladder. The Eels are going to jump above. Eels are going to jump above the Roosters on the back of that. They may... No, they won't jump above the Broncos. So the Eels are going to go up into 5th spot. The Raiders, they're going to stay in 10th. Oh, Steve Renouf is on the Matty John show. Look at that. God, I used to hate Steve Renouf back in the day, but like I can look back now and appreciate how good he really was. Like I just disliked him because the Broncos would always destroy my team. You understand? I didn't hate him because I had anything against him outside the game. It's just he would carve up the Sharks, he would carve up the Blues because he was a fantastic player. I'm able to now, later in life, look back and go, how good was Steve Renouf? Absolutely hated him at the time, though, because he would just tear my teams a new one, week in, week out. 28 points to 20 here, though. Parramatta getting the win over the Raiders. Good. Keeps the Raiders out of the top 8. We're pretty much just fluffing about, waiting for the New South Wales Blues Origin squad announcement. I don't really know what the... Okay, we're doing Origin teams live on Fox Sports. The countdown is on as fans await the announcement of New South Wales State of Origin side for Game 1. Set for this evening before Queensland team is named Monday morning. New South Wales coach Brad Fittler has promised surprises in his 22-man squad. and that is set to include Roosters winger Daniel Tupou starting for New South Wales for the first time. Whoa, hang on. Okay. Hopefully, he said. Okay. Matty Johns just said, hopefully. I'm not sticking around for a hopefully. Okay? I am not sticking around for a hopefully. Matty Johns literally just said, and the New South Wales squad announcement, hopefully. Okay, I'm not going to keep the stream running for a hopefully. But before I head off, Robert M. has asked a very fair question, and that is, what games will I be doing next week? So let's have a look. Let's see what we've got coming up next week. There are, of course, a lot of buys. A lot of buys for round 13. So let's see. Thursday, Titans, Cowboys. Couldn't care less. So don't expect that one. Friday. Actually, I'll tell you what as well. This is the thing to keep in mind. This, for my work, for my actual work, my 9 to 5 job, this is production week. Okay. I work for a media company, printing magazines and newspapers. It's production week. We go to press on Friday. I can't guarantee that I will be available on Friday. So, production week is always very, very busy. So I can't guarantee anything up until Friday. And it looks like they're pretty crap games anyway, so we might be all right. I'm not interested in the Titans-Cowboys game. Panthers-Bulldogs, I would do if I'm available. I may be working, though. I may be working. It's production week. Friday is production deadline. 7:55 p.m. I may still be at work finalizing some things, but we'll see. I would like to do the Panthers game, even though it will probably be a massacre. I would like to do Friday night footy for the Panthers if I can. I can't guarantee it. Put it down as a maybe. Thursday night, definitely not. Not interested in the slightest Titans-Cowboys. Friday, Panthers-Bulldogs if I can. Saturday, Sea Eagles-Warriors. Sunday, Raiders-Roosters, maybe. That's probably the best game of the weekend. Okay, so let's say if I'm not working, Panthers-Bulldogs Friday night, Raiders-Roosters Sunday, so that I can cheer for the Roosters. And then, of course, Wednesday, 8th of June, State of Origin. All happening. It's all happening. Origin. We're definitely streaming the Origin game. Okay. All right. Matty Johns essentially just said, hopefully, the Origin squad will get announced. I'm not sticking around for that. I'm not sticking around for a hopefully. I want a guarantee. So I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for joining me for this one. I very much appreciate it. As always, fantastic fun hanging out with you all. And yes, I will catch you at some point next weekend. Hopefully Friday, but we'll see how work goes. Otherwise, Sunday. And then, of course, Origin coming up on the 8th of June. Huge, huge. Thank you very much. Until next time, cheers.